What's up, everyone? It's Hey John, and I jabber opportunities nonstop. Today, we will be covering the markets as a whole. We will be covering cryptocurrency and, of course, my current favorite coin, Evergrow coin. Real estate. Fear of even higher mortgage rates may be heating up winter home buying. The reason why I wanted to start this video off today with that is because everyone can understand real estate. Even a child can. Everyone knows land is the one thing you do not create. Well, actually you can in the metaverse, but that's another point though. The point being is that we know the Fed plans to rate hike 4 times this year. This means you're going to see the 10-year yield, the bond, increase in value. So now that the Fed is putting that out there right now, and everyone knows, okay, we're going to see interest rate increase by the end of the year by 4 rate hikes. And then that means home prices, the price will come down because the interest rates will cost more and your loans will be more expensive. So in order to offset this, home prices will have to come down because most folks in America, they go by the monthly payment. Do not forget the rule of 10x, folks. If we go down 1%, this means home prices will come down 10%. So this means that if you're looking to buy a home, your dollars may stretch out further by the end of the year. Now you're thinking, okay, hey John, why don't I buy right now and get a lower interest rate? Yes, you can. Just do not forget you are paying for an asset with artificially inflated rates, which means the interest rates are currently low. So what this means, simply put, if you've been a saver of your hard-earned dollars and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna get inflated to nothing, by the end of the year, if we actually get these 4 rate hikes, we will see a 10% price reduction from the current prices of today. But of course, these 4 rate hikes have to happen in tandem, as they said, and most likely it will because we're seeing rampant inflation. Inflation rises 7% over the past year, highest since 1982. Bitcoin could rise to 75,000 this year to top record high, bank CEO predicts. Currently, we're seeing the CPI at 7% or 5.5% if you exclude food and energy, because those are one of the inflated goods due to supply chain shortages. And of course, do not forget, there is something called climate change. If you're in California or Arizona, I have seen some farmers not be able to get the water they need to grow their water-intensive crops. So this means we're seeing food prices increase because we're seeing the production of food decrease due to lack of natural resources, in this case here, water. So some of this is supply chain shortages, and some of this is just because of the Fed printing money over and over and over, and we're seeing more dollars chase fewer goods, therefore, ergo, increasing said price of product you are chasing to buy. So now we're seeing Bitcoin calls for $75,000 per Bitcoin. Is that possible? I can see the cryptocurrency market hitting $5 trillion in terms of market cap, including everything, Bitcoin and all altcoins. And I believe it will happen by the end of this year. This means a $75,000 call for Bitcoin is in line with that $5 trillion market cap, with Bitcoin holding its current dominance over the market. Here we are covering the Bitcoin liquidations, and why is this important? Because this tells me how many retailers are selling, and guess what? I am not seeing as many retailers selling. Yesterday was only about $47 million, and today it's only $20 million as of this recording. Okay, folks, we are looking at the Bitcoin charts from a weekly perspective. And the reason why I'm covering it weekly is because we have broken down below the weekly long-term upward trend, and that is very important, and I want to highlight the support of 40,828. Now you see this orange circle here? I was saying that this could be our reversal, and currently it's holding true because we've seen this happen many times in September 21, and we've seen the support line hold many times over the past year. So with that being said, we're seeing more calls for the CPI of 7% or 5.5% if you exclude food and energy. And we all know Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. So when you have increased inflation, guess what? You're gonna have increased Bitcoin prices. So of course, in my opinion, the first resistance for Bitcoin will be at $45,176. If we can tap that upward trend line and break through it and hold it for 3 or 4 candlesticks, I would say this bull run will continue, and we've only had a minor trip up in the short term. Tracking Bitcoin is essential if you're in the cryptocurrency market. Simply put, it is the index of cryptocurrency as of the moment. Bitcoin's dominance is around 39 to 40% currently, and when they are almost half the market, you have to pay attention to the elephant in the room. Now, I've known that the 45,176 is the long-term weekly upward trend line. If we can break that and test 3 or 4 candlesticks, I would say we are back in the bull run. And do not forget, folks, there's even more good news here, but at the same time, it's also bad news. We're seeing Argentina. We're seeing massive civil unrest there. We're seeing the money decrease by 55%. And in my opinion, El Salvador was the first test of Bitcoin. I think Argentina can be a great candidate for Bitcoin-backed fiat government currency, because this will give, in my opinion, some stability to the people. Some may argue that, okay, how is Bitcoin stable when it goes up and down like 20, 30, 40, 50%? Okay, that's true. But the one thing that is stable about Bitcoin is the way the Bitcoins are created. It is a mathematical algorithm. It is timed. There is no way to change it. And it is a fundamental rule of cryptocurrency, and Bitcoin follows it. That was a pure driver of why it was created. Question: will Evergrow coin and creator be live in a metaverse in 2022? Answer: 100% yes. We'll make an official announcement with some details in the next week or so. Evergrow Sam: we decided to accelerate this big time to screw over those selling whales who cause another dip. So we can see Sam and the Evergrow coin team have been very quiet for the past week or so. And in my opinion, the reason for it is simply put because they are working diligently in the background. They are giving us silence to amaze us with their actions and work when it comes out. We are already seeing them implement new features such as a creator story. We are now seeing Metaverse being accelerated up the timeline, and I'm inclined to believe that Sam and Evergrow coin team, they are not messing around. So in my opinion, the folks selling right now, they simply put, do not believe it until it happens, and when it happens, it's too late. Investors are paying millions for virtual land in the Metaverse. Altcoin season is currently at 57. So the real reason of why Sam and Evergrow coin team are upgrading and upping the ante of their Metaverse project is simply put because they know Metaverse is going to be the hit for 2022. And they are jumping aboard full steam ahead because they want to be getting all the buzzwords and all the SEO for Metaverse. And that will dramatically increase the Evergrow coin price. But however, though, you need to have faith in what the project is doing. And as you can see, altcoin season is around the corner. It's still here. It's still moving up. Chug, 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 chug. Okay, folks, here we are on the Evergrow coin charts. We can see that we're currently trading below the resistance of 1186, and we are still above the support of 997. We saw a low of around 1061. Now, what does this mean? It means that we're seeing the bulls coming back into the market because we're seeing, guess what? Bitcoin increase its value. We're seeing BNB increase its value by 30% for the day. So we're seeing some BNB swing traders moving their positions around. They bought at around $415 and now they're still huddling and they may sell soon. So the first resistance to watch is 1186. Let's see if we can tap it and go through it. If we can, folks, this means that we will be back on track to head towards 1387. I wanted to emphasize a few points here that I believe are very important. I covered real estate in the beginning of the video for a reason, because the metaverse is coming, folks. And when we see inflated assets in real life where the majority of us cannot afford, well, we will look for alternatives, because we all know real estate goes up in price if you get the right locations. And we know the metaverse actually has a finite amount of land because that's the way they created it. So even in the metaverse, the land is not limitless. So this means you can potentially get great plots. You can build amazing stadiums. You can find utility in your metaverse lands. And from there, you can milk millions and millions of dollars. We're already seeing big hedge funds jumping in and buying up these lands in these metaverses. And do not forget, folks, Evergrow Coin is accelerating their Metaverse project. I wouldn't say it's so much to really screw the whales. It's more because they see where a trend is going. And they know that if they want to get the money and the hodlers, they have to meet the expectations and what are the hot button words and trending for 2022. We can see that Bitcoin is showing a nice resurgence. And in order for Bitcoin to continue the bull run, we need to cross 45,167 and we need to maintain that upward trend line. If that happens, we could see the January Bitcoin pump, and that is a good thing for Evergrow coin and all cryptocurrency because Bitcoin is the market leader. And as you know, a rising tide lifts all boats. Leave the keyword down below, lift, because I am seeing some uplifting news and I want to see who are the real ones. And of course, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can get $250 in Bitcoin using my BlockFi link down below in the description. 2 free stocks courtesy of WEBULL, $25 in Crow, Crypto.com. Links and referral codes in the description down below. And most importantly, you have an awesome day and I will catch you all on the next one.